Hey guys, just got a warning that we're gonna get hit with a hurricane, so I'm gonna show you guys how I prepare for it. First off, get a generator. Most of the time during a hurricane, power goes off. Also, get a lot of gas. Fill up the tank in your generator, get spare gas, find other resources for gas. I have gas in my gas tank on my motorcycle, and I have gas in my fuel tanks on my cars. Uh, Fill up with gas early. Don't wait for the last minute, because in my area they ran out of gas because of the long lines and people panicking and people getting there. They wait till the last minute and find themselves going to a gas station that has no more fuel. That's happened to us twice already. So get a generator, get plenty of gas, fuel up all your vehicles, because after the hurricane and the power's out, some gasoline stations don't have generators to power up their pumps. Then secure all your lawn furniture. Put it in an area where wind is not going to blow it away, or weigh it down. You know, put tables upside down on grass and put sandbags on top of it. This is just preparing the outside. Okay, you saw my generator. Another good thing to have is a chainsaw. You need the chainsaw just in case you got something that falls on your property, or the road up ahead is blocked with a tree that fell and you can't get out of the neighborhood. It's a good thing to have. Now for the generator and the chainsaw, you're going to need oil to keep everything running, especially if it's going to last a couple of days. A lot of people just get gas, they throw it in their generator, and they don't think about getting oil. Well, you need oil to keep these things running for a few days. So I have a few days supply of oil. I have my chainsaw oil and my 2-cycle oil for the chainsaw. I have Sta-Bil, so I can stabilize some of the fuel I don't use for long term. And don't forget air filters, oil filters, spark plugs to keep everything running. Okay? Trim the trees that are overhead in your house. I'm going to go in and trim these branches and leaves that are hanging over my house, because during a situation when there's high wind, I don't want branches hitting my roof. So that's going to be my next to do on my list. Trimming overhead branches and anything that could fall on your house. Seal up your windows. This is a bay window. I can't seal it, but I sealed it from the inside. If you notice, I have storm shutters on the inside, so seal up your windows. This hurricane we're getting is not going to be a bad one. It might downgrade to a tropical storm warning, but on high velocity winds, you might want to consider sealing up your windows. No need in this case, but it was a consideration. And if the forecast calls where this hurricane's going to come stronger, yeah, I will seal up my windows. I'm going to put plywood, not over this, but on the flat windows I'm going to screw in some plywood. Store as much water as you can. Find as many containers that you can to fill with clean drinking water, because after a hurricane rolls by, chances are your water supply is going to be contaminated. You're going to have to boil water. Store it ahead of time. Save yourself the effort of having to boil water. Fill up your tub. I wouldn't advise you to drink it unless you put bleach tablets in your tub, but that's water to clean the house. Sometimes the water goes out. At least you'll have water to clean the house, flush the toilets if you fill your tub up. Also, stock up on groceries. Make sure you got plenty of groceries to get you by. Bread, eggs, milk, beer. Once again, find as many containers as you can for drinking water. Okay, we spoke about water earlier. Also have some food. Have some food that stores for a long period of time. I keep mine in a box just in case I have to pack up and leave. Food for yourself. Food for your pets. Also in this box I throw any medications for the pets or myself. Stock up on meds, because you don't know when the stores are going to reopen. I have plastic forks, salt and pepper, soups, stuff like I said that stores a long time. I also have cookware. And in the few and rare occasions your gas goes out, I have a propane stove that I could cook on. It's a grill and a stove from Coleman. Just a couple things to just grab even if you have to leave. Like I said, keep everything in a bin within arm's reach, so just in case you got to evacuate, you could throw it into your trunk of your car, and that's one less thing you have to worry about scrambling around the house to get. Also, make sure you got a bug out bag or a bug in bag. Pretty much everything I need is in here to leave my house and survive in the woods or out of my car. It's got canteen for water. It's got a water purification system. There's a video of what's in this bag on my YouTube page. So it's called What's in My Bug Out Bag. So if you want to see it, it goes in detail as to what I store in here. Might want to think of putting a bag like this together so you have everything at your fingertips and you could go. Okay, you saw my box full of food. This is my box filled with important documents. Keep in mind, you got to evacuate. You're going to need those documents. It's everything from papers from the house, my personal identifications in here, bank books. Also, I went to the ATM before the storm started, threw some money in there. You want to make sure you have everything ready to go, like I said, just to evacuate. This is in a box, and it has all my important documentation, so I have it handy. I don't want to leave it behind me in the house. You know how important it is to have all your documents close by, and also how to get everything ready in case you have to leave. Make sure you pack for 3 days. Each member of the family pack at least 3 days worth of items in a bag so they could take it and go in case you need to leave town. A lot of people don't pack. A lot of people don't think of packing when something is headed their way. But you pack this, and you also pack a gun when you leave. Stock up on toilet paper. You're gonna laugh, but when the stores are closed for a long period of time, you're gonna need toilet paper. You're gonna need paper towels. You're gonna need towels. Things that make life a little bit more comfortable. This is in my bug out bag. It's first aid kit. I know I mentioned load up on meds, but also I can't tell you how important it is to have first aid kit with you. I keep it in my bug out bag, and I will keep it nearby during the bad weather. We spoke about how important it is to store water. Now, this is a water filter. This is an ultraviolet water purifier. This will clear the particles from water. This will sterilize the bacteria. So if you don't want to boil your water, you could pretty much go out and get it and purify it using these two items. This filter will also allow me to collect standing water. If you have a rain pail or a rain bucket out there filled with water, I could pump it out with this and not sterilize it, but pretty much get the debris and stuff out, and this will sterilize it. Okay, here's some more stuff I got in my kit. I like rechargeable batteries. I keep rechargeable batteries in most everything I have. I like them because you can store items with rechargeable batteries, and rechargeable batteries won't explode in them or leak like regular batteries. So I prefer to use rechargeable batteries. This is a 15-minute charger that I purchased at Radio Shack. These are some extra batteries I have. All these items I'm about to show you have batteries in it. I also keep alkaline batteries just in case I can't recharge my batteries, or in between setting up electricity. Once the power goes up, I could use my alkaline batteries. Here's what I have. I have a police scanner that also has the U.S. Weather Bureau on there. I have 2 family radios. I have a CB radio. I don't know who still uses CBs, but I have it. I threw it in my pack. It's not going to hurt me. I can keep track of truckers, find out road conditions, how they are, through that CB radio. I have a regular mini radio. It's also a shortwave radio. I made a little thick shortwave up on this. It has alarm on it. It has FM channels, AM channels, and shortwave channels. This is going off the subject of communications. I have a tarp. You are going to get holes in your roof. You probably will get water coming in your house. Keep a couple extra tarps handy just in case. After everything's done, you'll have something to band-aid your house with. I have blanket that I throw in the car with the sleeping bag and a tent, just in case I have to leave this area and camp out somewhere after the storm passes. I have duct tape and I have a machete. I like the machete because you can clear branches that fall with it from trees. The last storm I had roll in, I had a couple of big tree limbs fall, and this came in handy for cutting the regular little branches off, and then I was able to get to it with a chainsaw. Another thing that you don't see here is I saved regular food buckets and I'm filling them with water, and I have some empty buckets just in case the roof springs a leak while the storm is going through. I have something I could throw under the leak so I won't have any damage. It won't make more damage from having standing water on the floor and going down a couple of floors of my house. Here's some information Allstate and Geico don't put on their hurricane preparedness website, and it's something I think everybody should do before a storm comes. Take pictures. Take pictures of the condition of your house before the storm hit. Either pictures or a video, but go around the entire house and document what that house looked like and the condition of your home, especially if you have a nice one, showing exactly what it looked like before that storm rolled in. That way there won't be a problem with the insurance once, if you, God forbid, you get some damage and you have to prove that, you know, it wasn't a pre-existing condition on your home. But that's my little advice. I have a lot at stake in this house. I have a lot of money invested in my house in upgrades, and you know, God forbid something happens, the last thing I want to have to worry about is worry about an insurance company and fighting with them about damage that was actually caused by a storm. Keep the bar stocked just in case the in-laws come over for a couple of days and they're sheltering in place in your house. Coffee make it too, but the liquor really helps with the in-laws. Just trying to add some humor into this serious conversation. Clean as much clothes before this hurricane comes, because if the power goes out, if you have an electric dryer, it ain't gonna work, and it's gonna be too much of a draw on your generator. Or if you have no water or gas and you got a gas dryer, you're gonna have problems. But try to do as much laundry as you can before the storm hits. I know it doesn't sound like it's something very high to do on your to-do list, but having your laundry ready, having clean clothes around sure helps when you're going to be dirty for the next couple of days. Don't forget your pets too. Don't leave them home. Take them with you. Make sure you have a carrier for them, because they're going to need you, and you can't leave them in the car loose. Put them in a carrier and pack them in the car. It's funny, he knows the storm's coming because he's acting really, really strange.
Weather meteorologist Kerry Schwindenhammer, who's been standing by and watching this storm. Kerry, are you there?
I am certainly here, and we are looking at a flood watch already in effect for Monmouth, Middlesex, and Somerset counties tomorrow evening through Monday night. To be honest with you, I think it's only a matter of time before the whole entire area is under a flood watch of some sort. Big problems with coastal flooding expected as the system starts making its approach. I think already by Monday morning, we're going to see that onshore flow starting to cause some of that pileup of water. It could be as much as a storm surge of 6 to 8 feet in a worst-case scenario. That's going to be around the time of astronomical high tide as well. Now, inland areas also get their flooding from the heavy rain. There could be 2 to 4 inches on average, up to 6 inches in some locations, and wind gusts to near tropical storm or even hurricane force will cause some power outages across the region because some of those tree limbs and trees will start to come down on top of the power lines. Things go downhill Sunday night, Monday and Tuesday not looking too good at this point as well. Back to you.
New York City officials getting ready for big problems as well. More from 1010 WIN senior correspondent Stan Brooks.
Calling Hurricane Sandy a potentially dangerous storm expected to hit here sometime on Monday, Mike Bloomberg is urging New Yorkers to be prepared, suggesting they make a go bag just in case they have to leave home in a hurry.
Some of the things you should have in a go bag are drinking water, first aid kit, flashlight, any important medications you take, essential documents such as passports or other forms of ID, an extra set of car and house keys.
The mayor says key city agencies are bracing for a major storm, and he's suggesting that you remain alert to weather forecasts and keep listening for the latest information. Stan Brooks, 1010 Winds, City Hall.
Here, Governor Andrew Cuomo has already declared a state of emergency.
This is very early, and the weather forecasts that we rely on are much like what you see on the TV news at night, and it's amazing that they're not really as accurate as you would like in all circumstances, so we're taking the best projections that we can.
Connecticut Governor Daniel Malloy says they're better prepared for Sandy than last year when the state was hit hard by the remnants of Hurricane Irene.
This storm will have a significant impact on the state, and we need the public to take the storm seriously and be our partner in preparation efforts.
Lock it into 1010 Winds throughout the weekend for the very latest on Tropical Storm, now Hurricane Sandy, and you can track that storm at 1010winds.com.